Hey, hi, I'm Mona. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for October 9th, 2025. It's already after 5. We just got back. Yeah, I took the trailer out to get fixed. Yeah, I have the best electrician. There's nothing here in Refugio, right? Whatever they want to freaking call this place. They don't even want to pronounce it right, but it's okay. But there's nothing in this county. The businesses, there's nowhere to fix anything here. If you plan on coming here to fix anything, just keep going, just keep driving through, because there's nothing here for fixing anything or for nothing. There's nothing, and the people can't be trusted, so just don't. In case you're wondering, okay? But we just got back and the trailer's fixed. I'm really happy about it because now we can go out again, because if you guys know or have been watching, I've been having to repair the trailer and been trying to do it myself, but there's just something I couldn't understand or get. So I had to, so I do have my own personal electrician, okay? Because once I find a good business and good people, I stick with them, right? If they're good and they're honest, I always stick with those people. So the other day I was in a neighborhood and I was like, not around here, you guys, not around here. But I was in a neighborhood and I was like, I wonder if these people fix trailers. So I called and they did, they do. And I was like, oh my gosh. So I called them yesterday, right? And I told the guy, because, I was talking to the owner. I was like, do you have time tomorrow? And he's like, yeah, bring it on by. So I did. I brought it over there. They remember me. They're nice people, None of you live around, a lot of you don't live around here, but if you do and you're curious about who it was, I can let you know, if you live around here. But if you're not from around here, it's pointless for me to even say, right? But these guys are real honest and very kind and very nice. They're not overpriced or anything, even though, I give them a little bit more because I'm so grateful. I always do that. Anybody who does work for me anywhere over here, I always hook them up because I'm grateful, and they deserve it. I feel like that, Anyways, but we just got back. I had to get dog food, but I got it, and I'm about to set them up with food, right? You know what? Somebody commented on the page, And it's like, even though you can't really tell if someone's mad or happy or whatever when they're explaining to you, I was reading the comment and my heart just broke. It's broken. Not because of, what's going on. That just kind of makes me feel like fighting. Not physically, but legally, right? And my heart just broke when I read that. And I know the story that the person's talking about. And you know what? All those people over on the other page that are trying to fight with me and be all evil in the comments, trolling, those are the people who are friends with the town leaders. Even though I mention on there, if you're friends with, especially don't comment if you're not friends with the town leader. They're all friends with the town leader. All the people who are saying mean things are friends of the town leaders. And they can troll all they want. I don't care. If anybody here thinks that I am so sad because certain people aren't my friend, I could give two shits. And if you've been following me all these years, you all know that. All the people that have been following me and all the people that know me personally, y'all already know that, but they don't. They think they're going to hurt my feelings. I think I'm going to be sad for them in this poor little town, right? They're nobodies. Why would I care about them? You know what I mean? Why? How are they so special in my life? You know who the ones who are special in my life? That person who commented. All the people that I have spoken to face, who have the same story about how sick and tired they are of the people who lead this town. This person who commented, they're not the only one that's told me that. Every single person that I have talked to gives me a similar story about how the people in this town are jerks, the leaders are same story. And that's what breaks my heart. And once again, if you guys have been watching me all these years, even though there's not a lot of people here subscribe, but that's okay, because I didn't make these channels to become a superstar, or I made it just to make it, right? I don't monetize off any of these channels. I just make them, you know what I mean? But those of you who do know me, and if you've watched my videos, because there's a lot, you all know, or some of you may know, that I made a promise to God. Because I was lucky and I got blessed. And because of that blessing and being so grateful for everything I have, I made a promise to God that I cannot break. And that promise was that I will help everybody that comes in my path, no matter where I am. And I did that on the road, helping people the past 4 years on the road, and I've been doing it and continuing it. And I do it with nothing with expectation of nothing in return. I don't need anything from anyone. I'm doing it out of the goodness of my heart. I made a promise to God, and I need to keep that promise. I just hope that I can help, There's a video that I posted on the other channel in the post section, and it's about a manager of a water district, a water company, or whatever, who's in charge of the water in Houston. It just popped up in my feed one day, and so I posted it over there. I guess that woman was stealing from the people, and she ended up landing 4 years in prison. That's exactly what's happening here. Because the town manager is equivalent to the town mayor. And because the town mayor is in cahoots with the commissioner and all that, both of them are at fault. Somebody's going to go to jail. Somebody's going to go to prison or something. Because I've already notified a bunch of people about what they're doing, about them stealing the money and everything. People know. It's not going to happen tomorrow, because of course there's going to be investigations, but it's going to happen. So all I can do is just keep throwing out things on the channel and keep going, And any of you people, because, that person found my channel and is most likely not going to comment over there. And I understand, you don't have to. You're welcome here, right? Anybody who comes to this channel and complains and bitches and nags, you're going to get blocked. Because I know who you are. You're those trollers from the other channel. And just to let you know, in that case, it's illegal to stalk and troll and harass anybody online. So you're telling me, oh, you're posting pictures of the kid. There's nothing illegal about that. You're acting stupid. That's why education is important, y'all. Education is important. When you don't have education, you act like the people over there on the other channel, the weirdos. But anybody who comes over here and you have something nice to say, you're welcome here. You're more than welcome here. Because I'm trying to fight for you guys, whether they over there like it or not. This is just too bad. But, to anybody from Woodsboro who's a kind person, who's basically on my team, you're welcome over here. You're more than welcome, and it's a blessing to have you here. Anyways, we're already at 9 minutes. This is Sacred Geometry Universe Video Journal Diary for October 9th, 2025, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye.